Investing is a very different skill from all other skills that you will acquire in life. It's both harder and it's easier. Right now, I'm in Thailand. I was philosophizing about this as I did some boxing training over here in this gym. And I realized that my skills had deteriorated by quite a bit. I was no longer as fast, I was no longer as powerful, and I didn't have the same endurance as when I was younger. So just like many other skills, boxing is one that you need to maintain. And this is where investing is very, very different. So I had an account where I put the money that I used from the student loan. Just, part of it. Spent the rest, obviously. Needed accommodation, needed food, all that things. But some of it I put aside into a brokerage account. And as I check that, I see that it has grown to a larger size than the entire student loan was to begin with, without me doing anything. Just keeping, just diamond handing, just buying and holding those assets. So huge difference there. So I want you to know that if you just do the first part, the very, very hard part of getting started, and it can feel like a huge step. I know this. I see people talk about this, wanting to invest in some large cap company even that's a lot lower risk, but still not having the guts to do this. But if you get over that first step, well, then eventually you will succeed, inevitably. It's a lot easier than building up, for example, that boxing skill or painting or whatever other skill it might be. So that's some of the philosophizing here that I've been doing in Thailand as I'm on my way now to the tailor to look at some new custom-made suit. Another thing that I was thinking about, you're getting a bonus now, is some of the benefits of private banking. And by the way, I want to make a quick shout out to Nordnet Private Banking. Amazing service. I sent my private banker a question here when I was in Thailand, and he responded in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. That's how long it took to get my query answered. I had to move 100,000 from the brokerage account to do another investment, basically. And 3 minutes, boom, 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 all done, all sorted. So big shout out to Nordnet. And that got me thinking as I was by the poolside about the benefits. And one of those that I haven't really looked at much before because I've been too busy in my day-to-day life is that of the loan feature. Because as a private banking customer, they have some extremely nice rates that I can borrow money for. Of course, it's a percentage of the total assets. That's the base of the loan, how much I can loan. So it can't be infinite. That would have been amazing, obviously. There is a cap on it. But why don't I utilize this asset? If I ever wanted to make a larger purchase, well, rather than selling shares, rather than selling off my assets that, as you've seen already, are generating amazing returns, why don't I just take a loan and buy, let's say I want a car or a motorbike or something like this. That would be the way smarter decision when, taking the cost of capital into account in this case. Also, one obvious benefit would be to use it to buy a house rather than sell assets, get the down payment. I could just utilize my assets, take a loan against them, and then also get another loan, a mortgage, the traditional one, at even better rate than the normal banks. I've seen the rates that they offer, 5-6%, something like this. It was higher in the past. those are crazy numbers. I understand, for example, Sweden, where people have variable interest rate 3 months, and the interest rate goes up. Of course, it's expensive to live. Then I look at the loan terms in private banking, and I think about them as I'm by the poolside, and I realize, man, that's an amazing opportunity. I could potentially, as my dad gets older, buy property close to where he lives and help out with maintenance, interviewing potential guests that would stay at the property that I could rent to. Just, keep him busy as he gets older, socialize, all that things, and then just utilize that private banking loan. So those are some of the thoughts that I've been having here in Thailand, my thinking place. I always go here and try to philosophize, see where do I want to be in 5 years, 6 years, things like that. Seems like I was a bit unlucky here. Shop is closed, so I guess no suit for me today. Better go get some lunch. That's been it for this video, and as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.